All right, I'm going to show you how to set up the bare model project. As I've told you over and over again, the proper setup is required for a file in Maya, so Maya knows where to find all the files. It looks for it in a certain location. So I'm going to click instructions here. These instructions also have the link to the video. So you're going to create a bear. This will be a difficult project. I do not expect it to look exactly like the example, but I want you to do your best. The process is learning, right? Here's the zip file. Now the zip file contains another zip. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on this link here to open up the zip. Here is the Bear 3. Can you let people in the Zoom? I didn't plan on you getting in there, but that actually would work. Okay, so in the zip, I'm going to go in and I'm just going to download it here. I have it opening up in the Finder now, so I can show you where it is. When you download it, it goes to the download folder. It's still in the process of downloading, so I do need to wait a moment. So when this is done, you are going to move it. Another way to do this is if you're in the Finder, I know you can't see the top of my window, but you can go to File, New Finder Window. If you don't want to minimize program windows to see your desktop, you can just open up a second Finder window so you can drag from one window to the next. Now, the reason I'm showing it to you this way is I actually think I already have a zip file that I've moved, so I don't have to wait for this to download. In Maya Projects, Maya Projects 2, I think. No, I lied. I did not do this yesterday. Okay, so I'm going to wait for this zip file. Maybe that's done. I don't think so. Okay, I'm going to try it and see if it's in, but you're going to just click and drag it into your Maya Projects folder. Now, when I double click on this, it will unpackage it or unzip the file. Now, in this zip, it contains two things. It contains another zip. Okay, I unzipped the wrong one. I unzipped building project 2. So I'm going to delete that because I did not mean to unzip that one. So double click Bear Model and it'll unzip. Now there are two folders with Bear. There's 03 Bear. 03 Bear is what I packaged not only with instructions, but the actual project. You don't have to do this part, but I'm going to rename this folder just so you see that this file folder right here is actually the folder that contains the project material. This outside project folder, 03 Bear, contains extra directions in case we lost internet connectivity. That doesn't happen as much now, but in case it did, I provided directions in that zip. So students would actually have it on their computer rather than having to rely on the internet. I am going to go into scenes and I'm going to open up the file called start by double clicking it. I've already opened Maya. It has this blank page. I don't need to save the blank page. The first thing you're going to notice is it opens up in 4-pane view. Leave it alone. Before I show you what to do to put the grid back, I want to make sure you set the project. Even though you opened up the project from its place, you still need to tell Maya, this is the current project I'm working on. So I'm going to click Set Project, navigate to Desktop. I'm going to go into Maya Projects. Now, this is why I renamed the folder Bear Model Project, so I know to go inside that folder, which is inside the other bear, okay? I wanted that to be very clear to you guys. All right, I'm going to click Set. And I can skip the step where I create the folders because the zip file already had that. Now, I am going to, before I do something, I want to show you something in Finder. This project already has some images installed. And remember, when Maya is looking for an image to use as a resource, it needs to go into the source image folder. And because we set the project properly, when I tell Maya to look for a source graphic, it will automatically go into source images for me. I should not have to navigate next time. All right, so I am going to do file save scene as. I'm going to give the file a different name. I'm just going to put my last name on it and call it Bear. You can do the same. In the future going forward, I may have you start turning in the Maya binary file or the Maya ASCII file to actually grade it within Maya. So it would be very helpful if you put your last name. If you've got a common last name, do your first name as well. And you can just capitalize the first letter of every word, but do not put a space in there. This way, I also have the start graphic to, or the start file to come back to should I need to. I'm just going to click Save As. Now, students, one of the first things they ask is how to put the grid back, because in the video you'll watch, it has the grid. The video is, or the grid is something you see, right? Each viewport, this is the top viewport, front viewport, side viewport, and the perspective viewport. Each one has its own menu. The grid is something you see. The menu that has something to do with see is either view or show. I know it's not in view, but notice those are things that can also be turned on and off. So that's a menu that I suggest you look at every now and then. As we go forward, some of the projects will require that. But under show, here is where all the things are for here, and down toward the bottom is grid. So I'm going to click grid and that puts the grid back on. Okay. From there, you're going to start the video. The video is going to show you how to click view, image plane, import image. I'm doing this from the top, so I'm going to click the top image. And I'm going to do each one along with the video with the other ones. All right, if you don't have any questions, go ahead and download your file and follow this process to get started.